Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Poedagar 629. Let's start out with the wrist check. I'm wearing my Casio Duro, and I got a new strap for it. I've never been happy with the stock strap, and I finally think I found a strap I'm just going to totally love. And Grogo is wearing my Baltony S205045 with the VK67 movement. Grogo is wearing this Poedagar at the Mos Eisley Cantina, and Boss asked him if it was one of those Daytonas. He said close, but Poedagar. Alright, let's take a look at the watch. It comes in this box. And it comes with a little tiny cleaning cloth, a little baby one. And here are the two links I removed, and look at that, they're solid links. Yes, a $15 watch with solid links. And the unsigned warranty card, upside down of course. And here's the watch. This is the first Poedagar on my channel at around $15. This is an ultra affordable watch with some features that scream ultra affordable and some that don't. Actually, it isn't bad for a $15 watch, and I will review it with the price in mind. Yes, you can get a better watch for more money, but that is the case with every watch. So I really like to review a watch with its price in mind. This, of course, is an homage to a Rolex Daytona, and there has been a recent discussion in my comments about the merit of homage watches. You know where I stand, and most people who watch my channel would agree with me, or they would not watch my channel, since most of the watches I review are homage watches. There are 4 different colorways with silver or gold and a panda or reverse. There is also a silicone strap option, and you can't get the metal bracelet in gold. I often recommend straps for the ultra affordable, as the bracelets can be pretty bad, but this one has a decent bracelet if you don't count the crappy clasp. The watch is 41.7 millimeters at the bezel, 49.4 millimeters lug to lug, but it really doesn't have inverted end links. They look inverted, but they're really fake end links, so they're actually straight. It's 12.2 millimeters thick, has a 20 millimeter lug width, and weighs 114 grams with 2 links removed on the supplied bracelet. I don't know if this is actually ceramic or not, but it's definitely a ceramic style bezel. With a tachymeter, of course the tachymeter is pretty much useless because this is a small seconds chronograph, not a large seconds chronograph. Plus it only ticks once a second and there are no sub-second indicators. So the tachymeter is just for show. Then we have a silver dial. This is not white but silver. Some silver dials are just barely silver, but this one is definitely silver. There's no doubt about it. And we have a pretty good sunburst effect there. Then we have little fake jewels for indices, except for at the majors, where we actually have the minute counters, which is, so that's not like a Daytona at all. And then we have the Poedagar name and logo up top. And no mention of Japan movement, because more than likely this is Chinese. Then we just have the stick hands, and they are loomed, but the loom's pretty poor. And then we have a second hand that is not loomed, and there's no little arrow on the end either. And then we have the 3 subdials. The right subdial is a 24-hour indicator. And let me get this out of the way here. And you can see here that it has the old fake moon phase thing. It's not really a moon phase. It just has a moon at night and a sun during the day. And we both know that's not how the moon works. So it's just, I guess it's just something fun. I've noticed quite a few of these Daytona homages in this price range or a little bit higher have this movement with the fake moon phase. Then the bottom, we have the chronograph second hand. This is a small seconds chronograph. And on the left subdial, we have the chronograph minute counter. So 1 hour is all you can time. Then we have a date at the 4:30. A lot of people don't like 4:30 dates on chronographs. I'm perfectly fine. I'd rather have a date than no date. Then we have an unsigned push-pull crown because we only get 30 meters water resistance, so we don't get a screw down. Then the crown action, it doesn't feel super loose, but when you go to set it, you just have to be careful. If you take your time and, well, you got to make sure you don't move it while you're pushing. So if you hold it, well, then it jumped. I swear, these things are never consistent. I was getting it to go in without it jumping at all. Let's try it again. Okay, that time it made a little tiny jump. So anyway, sometimes setting it can be difficult. Of course, this is a quartz, so you don't have to set it often. But it would be nice if these really cheap quartz watches didn't jump when you pressed in the crown. Then the pushers, these screw down pushers are not screw down at all. These are just for decoration. They don't screw down. This being a small second chronograph, press the top pusher and then the bottom second hand starts ticking. Press it again, it stops, and there are no sub-seconds. Press the bottom pusher and you get a fast rewind, not an instant snapback. The crystal is a flat glass. You're not going to get sapphire on a $15 watch, and it does the job just fine. No complaints. And then we have the case. The case is a chrome-plated alloy. You're not going to get stainless steel usually on a $15 watch either. One thing though, these end links here are part of the case. So it's just a mold into the case, and so basically that takes up a lot of the room between the lugs there, so it's going to limit your strap options. Then the case back is just a press on, and you only get 30 meters of course, and it says stainless steel back, which is another tell that the case is not. Then it says water resistant 3 ATM, 629 is the model number, and then it says Poedagar and shows the logo. Underneath is a movement. I don't know what type it is. I've seen this a lot though, because once again it has the fake moon phase here on the right, on the 24-hour indicator, which is just the sun and the moon. Now the bracelet, as I showed you earlier, has solid links, and there are 3 links with polished center links. And then I also explained that the end links are fake here, so the true end links are actually straight, and they are hollow. It's just, they're not very good end links, so you get what you get. And once again, this is probably going to limit the straps you can put on it. You probably won't be able to do a NATO, because there isn't going to be any room to get a NATO around it, the spring bars. Not without much difficulty anyway. Then we have the clasp. This is that really cheap one that they have on these cheap watches. I don't like it. Biggest complaint is you only get 2 holes to micro adjust. And the other complaint is it always clicks really awkward, and it just doesn't look nice. If you are going to get this watch, I would recommend getting a real clasp for it. You'll need a 16 millimeter if you do. Here's the watch on my 7.5 inch wrist. And once again, it doesn't look bad. It wears nice. It's not too heavy. And it sits flat on the wrist. So yeah, other than the clasp and it looks nice. Here we are in the loom room. Only the main hands are loomed. Just wearing it, I couldn't tell if it even had loom. It could only tell when I zapped it with the UV, so I am not expecting much from this test. As we speed up the time, both hands fade very fast. This ultra affordable watch has ultra bad loom. What do I like about this watch? Well, I do like the bracelet, if you don't count the end links and the clasp, because they're solid links and they look nice. I like the fact that for the most part the second hand hits the marks. I mean, when it does miss, it barely misses. And I like the silver dial with the sunburst effect. I think they did a good job with the dial. What are my grapes and groans? Fake end links. And that's really going to limit strap options. I really don't like this clasp at all. The loom is practically non-existent. And it's got fake screw down pushers. Do I recommend this watch? Ugh, I'm torn. It has fake end links, crappy clasp, and a pain to set. But it is a decent looking watch for the money and it wears nice. So I don't hate this watch. So yes, I guess I will recommend it for $15. If it cost anything more than $15 though, I wouldn't recommend it. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Poedagar 629, and I will be back with another review. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel. Bye.